All right, very warm welcome, guys. Devang here from the Financial Analyst. And in this video, I want to talk about the FII, DII data. I want to analyze that data and try to understand what can really happen in the coming days. Because everyone's confused at this juncture. Is this what we're seeing in the market, a bull trap? Or is this actually a reversal that's happening, which could break out and give us the all-time highs? That's the question that's been on everyone's mind. So what I've done is I have analyze the data of the last 2 to 3 months, and I've formed a conclusion, and that is what I want to share with all of you. So if you're interested in more of such videos, let me know in the comments of what you think of this video after you see this video. Like it if you enjoy such analysis. And before I start the video, I want to give a shout out to Pratik Chandarana. He's a member of our Bold Project family, and I want to thank him for helping me compile this data and analyze the data. So, what I want to do is I want to compare this period that we're seeing right now to the consolidation that I saw last, which was somewhere over here in October to November. And I'm going to tell you why. And after this date, we did have some kind of a big rally in the markets. And this was no ordinary rally. This was actually sparked by elections in America, Biden versus Trump. And we don't trade on news. That's something obvious. But you always need some kind of fundamental event to trigger the markets. I'm again saying we don't trade the news, but we need some fundamental event to trigger. Bajaj Finance went up 10% today. It didn't just randomly go up. You had some event and it went up 10%. What I'm trying to say is even right now, this rally that we're seeing is triggered by the earnings of the major companies in Nifty Bank. That's what is actually driving up. Plus, we have a good short covering that we're seeing in the banks and financials. Coming to the point, guys, when the markets consolidates, the data tells us a very, very important thing. When I say the data, I basically mean the FI, DI data. So I have basically accumulated the data of the last 2-3 months, and I'm going to show that to you in a couple of minutes. But what I'm trying to say is when the markets are consolidating, the data tells us that. How does it tell us that? Is basically whenever the markets are in a range, if you look at the index futures, forget about everything else. If you look at the index futures, your clients as well as your FIIs both are buyers generally. See, FIIs do not easily turn sellers of the index future. That's not so easy for them to happen. For them to turn sellers in the market, that will require some very serious news, very serious pressure. And during this entirety of the last 2 months, there was only one day when the FIs went short on the index futures. So it's not so easy. So whenever the markets are moving in a range, when the markets are moving in a range, that means you buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. You can't expect a breakout, right? So both the clients as well as the FIIs, they are long on index futures. So, it's a very simple ideology. I'll show you in the data also. Try to keep up with me. So if clients are bullish, try to understand this. If clients are bullish, means that they have to buy from someone. To be bullish, to be a buyer, you have to have someone as a seller. And generally, it's the FIIs as sellers. So they are bearish. And generally, the market goes down. Now think like that. If both clients are also bullish, if FIIs are also bullish on the index, someone has to get trapped. That's the entire reason why in the last 1-2 months, markets have been whiplashing up and down. You got one big selling, it got bought into. Another big selling, it got bought into. Another big selling, it got bought into. Why? Because clients as well as FIIs have been long on the index futures. Just a very simple point. Let me show you what I'm trying to say so that you keep up with me. Let's look at the data of what, let's say, 29th of April. 9th of April, you can see very well. If you look at the index futures column, which is over here, you can see clients as well as FIIs, they have been in green. So green means that they are long on the index futures. That's the entire reason markets have been whiplashing. It's a good indication for you in the future that if you want to know when the markets are sideways for a long period of time, if both of them are bullish on the index futures, you do get some kind of consolidation. I can show you other data also. This is of 26th April. You can see how both these figures are in green. That's the reason why markets have been so whiplashing. You can see 27th April, both are in green. 28th April, both are in green. And this was also the time in February when this consolidation started. When we started consolidating, I'll show you the date also before I move forward. The consolidation or the top that was made started on 16th of February, right? So if the FIIs wanted to take the markets higher, they would have required the clients to be bearish on the index and FIIs to be long. But that wasn't the case. From 16th of February, odd numbers, oddly, couple of days up and down. I'll show you the data. You can see 16th of February, FIIs and clients both were long on the index futures, which led to a both sideways kind of market. So from 16th Feb all the way to today, we have been in a good whiplashy market. Correct? This is exactly what was also happening in between this October euphoria, October consolidation. So I do have some data of October to show you what happens when the markets consolidates generally. So it's not a rule of thumb that markets are going sideways, both have to be long. It's just an observation. Again, guys, this is my analysis. I could be wrong, but it's again how I want to do things. So I'll just show you what happened in October. Maybe I can do justice to you in October. Just give me a second. Let me find some October data. I don't think I have October right now, but basically when the markets are consolidating, you have both FIIs and clients to an extent buyers in the market. Now, what happened especially at this point of time was that you had the US elections coming up, right? And after the US elections, you know what the beauty was? Right from 4th or 5th November, when the elections, everyone tried to understand that Biden was coming into power. And when the entire global market started that rally, because Biden coming into power was a big positive for the global markets, including Europe. When that happened, something very interesting happened. Right from that day, majority of the days, why we saw this entire huge rally? A couple of reasons. In the cash market, FIIs were buying in excess of 3 to 4,000 crores every day. I think everyone is aware of that. And even I think the DIIs were buyers in that market, because FIIs were putting money in the emerging market so much, they were buyers every day, 3 to 4,000 crores. Yes, dollar was coming down, and we are seeing dollar coming down right now. If you see the index, DXY has cooled off from 90 to 90, some kind of similar scenarios. Going forward, FIIs were buying in the cash market, but in the derivative market, which I'm more concerned about right now, right from this breakout, when this breakout happened, your clients who were bullish during the consolidation started to become bearish on the index futures, and FIIs started to become bullish on the index future. So this kind of divergence started to prop up on the market. It started to prop up on the data. And try to understand that if the clients, people like you and me, go short on the market, we are going to be trapped because we are small money. And people like FIIs, institutions, HNIs, they need small money to trap. They want to make money, and they're putting in much more than we do. We only put like a P in front of them what they do. So if we are bearish, they know where to buy from. We are selling, they are buying, and they're going to make money eventually. And that is why we had no pullback and a single short rally. Two reasons. Number one, dollar coming down. This is pure technical, guys. Couple of other reasons, but try to follow with me. Number one, dollar coming down. Number two, FIIs buying 3-4,000 crores in the cash market every single day. We all are aware of that. If you all traded in this time, you remember how the buying was coming at 2 o'clock every day. I always tell people, try to follow what happens after 1:30 p.m. After 1:30 p.m., the institutions start to become active in India. If you see today, after 1:30 p.m., selling did not come. That is why today FIIs are buyers in cash market of about 700 crores. If you see the last 3-4 days, after 1:30, an immediate sell-off was coming. And that is why FIIs were selling in the market, in the cash market for 1,000 crores. Today, one very interesting thing has happened, and after a long time, FIIs have turned into buyers along with DIIs. DIIs have been buying continuously, but today FIIs, DIIs both have bought. I think FI bought 700 crores and DIIs bought around 400 crores. They both have bought. That's a good positive thing. Number one. Number two, the FI, I want to show you the data that happened after 5th of November. I think that is something very, very interesting. So if I go all the way to 2nd November is fine. So if I show you what started happening around 5th of November. So even on 5th of November, there was both of these figures in green. But see what started to happen after that. In 6th of November, can you see the reduction? Can you see the reduction that's happening from 41,000? The clients, if you see the clients, the 41,000 one day ago index future went to 12,000. And you can see FIIs who were short on the market turned net buyers on index. That's a great signal. At the same time, FIIs holding puts, they kept on reducing. And see what happened. From 41, only 12,000. So they became bearish. And FIIs from net shorts became bullish. If I go on forward to 6th, you can see how FIIs started to increase index longs and how clients started reducing. So from 41,000, when the rally started, you saw it came down 10 times to 4,000. And I think from 7th, from 9th, or whatever data I've accumulated, you can see the difference. When the clients started becoming net shorts on the market, on the index futures, you saw immediate great rally in the market. And that rally wasn't ready to stop. So they were, when the clients were short, always remember, as soon as the clients turn short on the market on the index futures for 2 consecutive days, I would say that's a great time that a big rally can be starting in the market, and that could start in May. I'm not saying it couldn't. Let's see how things unravel. And you can see how FIIs from 35,000 kept on increasing and increasing. What is noteworthy is see how much the puts were reduced. From 91, they were holding only 83,000 puts. This is back in November. Please understand when the rally started. And the best thing was stock futures. Stock futures don't lie. The index futures could lie. But if the FIs are holding 2.9 lakh stock futures, that is enormous. And if you see, the clients at that time were holding 4 lakh, which the figure right now is 6 lakh. And it's coming down again and again. And these FII futures are coming up. If I go forward, see the beauty. Why was the market going up and up and up in November? See the beauty. Right from 9th November all the way to 10th, one day forward, from 9,000 shorts, they went to 34,000 shorts, clients. The more bearish they became, the more opportunities were got by the FIs to get the markets higher and higher. And see the FIs index futures, they were somewhere around 75,000 contracts. Index calls were good. The clients are holding puts. So you can see when the clients started holding puts, when the clients started going short on calls, when the clients started reducing in stock futures, you could see the big change that was happening in the market. And as long as clients were short on the market, see the figure, as FIIs kept on increasing index futures. That was something noteworthy. And the time they were short in the market, it continued. You can see every day this figure changes. But since they were short, the markets kept on rallying and rallying and rallying. So even on 23rd November, they were short, FIs were long in big quantities. I keep on going forward, I think on 28th April. Yeah. So you can see now. Let me just come back to what I'm trying to say, because I hope you try to understand what I'm trying to say. Right, this entire rally, your clients were short on the index future. So as long as clients remain short, markets kept on going higher. Now, why am I explaining all of this is because for a reason. If you see the data today, something sparked my attention. If you see the data of 28th April, can you see how many index futures have been brought down by the clients? Clients were holding around 40,000 a couple of days back. Now they are only holding 13,000. This does not mean the big rally is starting. Yes, we are seeing some good short covering, but it does not mean a big rally is coming. What I am here to alert you is what you need to see when this figure goes into red. When the index future goes into red for 2 consecutive days, get it in your head that we are in a great buy on dip market and we are going to see a very good rally in the market. Yes, it has to be backed by good FI buying in the cash market also, and dollar also coming down. I do need these things also. I am making you aware, I'm making you alert right now, because if it happens in the coming days, you need to know what you have to do. So I want to be the first person to tell you that this is what we're going to do. So right now, both of these guys are long on the index futures. That means some kind of selling again could come, because these guys do have some quantity to be trapped. But the lower it keeps on going, try to become alert that we are going to see the rally that we are waiting for, and we will see the all-time high. So you can see now we are sitting at 47,000 index futures. It's very, very close to actually the 75,000 we're holding in November. If you look at the calls, FIs are holding 1.27 lakh calls, and this was only about 40,000-50,000 a couple of days back. If you look at puts, you all must be remembering these puts. These puts were around 2 lakh. Let me show you. I think if I have the February data, you will be able to see this. February, I don't know if I have February data, but I don't right now. But in February and early March, FIIs were holding about 2 lakh puts, which was very, very concerning. Now they are at 1.18 lakh put. And also, can you see something? Something very, very important I want to show you. One thing that I want everyone to see is, let's go to March. Let me go to March. Yeah, let's go to any random date, February. In February, what was happening is, if FIIs were holding 1.5 lakh puts, if FIIs were holding 1.5 lakh puts, the calls were less. So they were holding like 2 calls for 1 put, right? Now what is happening is, scenario is changing. If you look at the 28th April data, FIIs are holding less puts and more calls. That exactly shows what they want to do. Yes, things are bad in India, oxygen shortage, COVID at an all-time high, but markets function differently. And this is the data that can tell us that something is about to happen. So I want you all to be alert. I want you all to be observant. This is not an intraday view. Please let me be clear. This is not an intraday view, but I want you to be the first mover when the advantage comes. Take the opportunity when it comes. So what am I saying? Dollar needs to come down. Trigger number 1. FIIs, DIs both start buying in the cash market. Trigger number 2, on a continuous basis. Trigger number 3, clients go short on the index future, they become bearish, and FIIs are holding good quantities. Calls start to increase further, puts start to come down further, and you can already see how stock futures of clients from 6.5 have already come to 6 lakh, and how stock futures of FIIs from 70 have come to 1.8. That's enormous. Stock futures don't lie. This is enormous. And this figure, guys, 1.81 lakh, believe it or not, I'll show you where it was a couple of days back. It was at 74,000 in March. On 15th of March, it was only sitting at 74. So can you see in 1 month how it has doubled? And this speaks volumes. So looking at the data today, I would like to be a buyer on dip. I find a dip, I buy that dip, because the data is not giving me enormous reason to sell. So, and over here you can see how things are different. In 15th March, things were so different. The FI clients were long so much. FIs didn't have a lot of room. That's why you saw selling happening so much and then buying happening. That's why markets were not so comfortable. FIs had no stock futures, and clients are holding great stock futures. So this is what I wanted to alert everyone. It's about 11:45 on the Wednesday evening, night, what you can say Thursday morning. So just an alert. So don't be trapped, right? If you are in shorts, be cautious. I think going forward, 14,880 is a make or break level for me. This is the 14,880 level. It's been there for the last 1.5 months now. And I think the moment we close above 14,880 on a daily chart, we can really see some great short covering happening, which can drive the market further. We've already seen great short covering in banking stocks. I hope you've taken benefit of that. But the moment we start to close above 14,880 on Nifty, daily closing, not an intraday high, but a daily closing, that is going to open up the room for our all-time high levels also. That's all for now, guys. I hope you benefited. If you liked this video, let me know in the comments. I would appreciate that. If you enjoyed, click on the like button. Let's try to reach a lot of likes if possible. Share it with your friends. And if you're new, subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Love all server.